Chapter 1770, 6 Mechanical Life Form Core. As soon as Zhang Yi made a move, the sky over the entire city was instantly covered by black rain. A large amount of black rain fell and directly penetrated the defense field of those mass-produced machines, destroying most of them. However, Zhang Yi did not catch them all, but left a part of the complete body. Only in this way can the complete body be captured for research. The rest was left to others to deal with. Bailey Chongqing and others worked hard to clean up the remaining robots, but if you want to capture a complete one, it is easier to do it with the help of the Epsilon-level aliens. Lu Kuoran flew to Zhang Yi in a mecha and said to Zhang Yi happily, "Brother, did you see my performance just now?" Her tone was full of excitement and trembling. Zhang Yi smiled and nodded. "I see. Kuoran, you did a great job." In fact, he was busy dealing with super-large mechanical life forms just now, but in a quick glance, he also saw the powerful combat power of the snow owl. It can only be said that the large amount of supplies was not consumed in vain. Lu Kuoran said happily, "I told you. This time I will definitely give you a huge surprise." "Well, you wait. I will further upgrade the mecha in the future and try to reduce the difficulty of operation. By then, it will be possible to build a mecha army." Zhang Yi's forehead was covered with black lines. This thing consumes too many resources, and the cost of each maintenance is extremely high. If there are 10 or 8 more, it will be very difficult to maintain them with the materials in his hands. Unless the technology can be improved by leaps and bounds, Zhang Yi will not agree. However, soon, Lu Kuoran's attention was attracted by the super-large mechanical life form that had been subdued next to her. She flew over slowly and looked at the huge monster in front of her from the sky. She opened her eyes wide in shock and admired it quietly around it as if she was appreciating an unparalleled masterpiece. Zhang Yi said, "Take this thing back and study it carefully. It has a high technological content, and its combat effectiveness is comparable to that of the aliens at the Black Chariot level. If we can understand its technology, Zhang Yi imagined a very beautiful picture in his mind. Maybe he can also build this kind of mechanical army to fight on his behalf. By then, remote control will be okay, so why would we need to fight to the death like now?" However, Zhang Yi also knows that even for a high-level civilization like the mechanical civilization, a large mechanical army cannot achieve mass production of super-large mechanical life forms. So this idea can only be thought about. Unless Lu Qian breaks through Epsilon one day, there will be a slight possibility. In addition, materials and energy are also big problems that need to be solved. Lu Qian controlled the snowy owl, and the mechanical arm pointed to the super-large mechanical life form and said to Zhang Yi, "Brother, can I go in and take a look?" Zhang Yi said, "I know you are in a hurry, but don't be in a hurry. This thing is too big. If you study it, you can't get it done in 10 days or half a month. So let me put it away first. I will study it slowly for you when I have time later." Lu Qian shook his head. "I know, but I'm just curious. What kind of energy core does this giant use to keep it running?" Human energy technology has not made any major breakthroughs in the past 100 years. It's either a fuel engine or a battery. But no matter how you think about it, these two things can't make such a big thing run so flexibly. Zhang Yi said, "I know, anyway, it's an advanced civilization. It must have more advanced technology." Lu Kuoran said to Zhang Yi, "It won't take too long. I'll find its energy hub soon." The snowy owl was suspended in front of the super-large mechanical life form, and 2 red rays suddenly shot out from the position of its eyes, from the top of the super-large mechanical life form all the way down, and soon completed the whole body scan. A structural diagram of the super-large mechanical life form appeared in front of Lu Kuoran. "Ah, found it. It should be at this location," Lu Kuoran said as he flew in with the mecha. Zhang Yi confirmed that there was no danger inside, so he let her go in to investigate. But at this time, he felt a strange gaze falling on him, and couldn't help but look down. Ling was holding the weapon wrapped in white cloth in her arms, and she looked at him with a strange look. Zhang Yi's heart moved, and he instantly landed on the ground and came to Ling. He stared at Ling, with a dark light in his eyes. "You are still alive? It seems that you are quite strong. It is difficult for ordinary investigation team members to deal with that kind of mechanical life form. After all, in order to kill the target, it does not care whether it is destroyed or not. Only aliens with more than 9,000 points can deal with a few of them with confidence. But if more than a dozen mass-produced machines come together, the captain-level aliens must go all out. So at the beginning, Bailey Chongqing and others were a little embarrassed. However, Ling did not seem to have any injuries on her body, which aroused Zhang Yi's suspicion. You brought us here, and the Legion of Mechanical Civilization appeared. Hey, you're not a double agent, right? Zhang Yi said with a smile, but his eyes were staring at Ling's eyes without any warmth. Ling took 2 steps back with a look of fear on her face, waving her hands and saying, "Hey, this is a complete accident. Those iron guys are always elusive. Even Fremon's most advanced technological products are invincible. There is no way to discern their whereabouts." "How could I know?" Zhang Yi frowned slightly. He was used to being suspicious of strangers. But what this guy said did make sense. But what if Ling was a spy of the mechanical civilization? Just like the undercover agents of the Wulwan Empire hidden in Huashu Kingdom. Zhang Yi did not understand the mechanical civilization, nor did he know whether it had carbon-based creatures, but he would never take risks. "Xin, come and help me check her." The shadow under Zhang Yi's feet slowly unfolded, and Yang Xin appeared in front of Ling from the shadow. Ling widened her bright eyes. "Hey, what are you going to do to me?" I'm just a guide." Her expression suddenly became aggrieved, and she said to Zhang Yi in a pleading tone, "Sir Chaos, you are the most powerful person in Huashu Kingdom. You can't kill me for such a false accusation." Zhang Yi sneered, "I won't kill you. I'll just ask you some questions. Just answer them obediently." As he said this, the divine chain in his hand turned into chains that wrapped around her body. Behind Yang Xin, a 6-winged angel emerged. Although Yang Xin did not deliberately improve her own abilities, under Zhang Yi's arrangement, every person in the entire shelter had their abilities improved. The main reason was that there were too many Yuanshi veins, and the cultivated centipedes could be used without regard for consumption. Now, her abilities have obviously been improved, because the 6-winged angel looked just like a real person. Hey, don't shoot me with arrows. I'm going to die." Ling was so scared when she saw the 6-winged angel aiming at her head with a bow and arrow. She struggled desperately, but she was tied up tightly by Zhang Yi, so her struggle was very funny, like a fish that was short of oxygen. Yang Xin didn't listen to her nonsense and shot an arrow directly. The red arrow sank into her brow, and Ling's eyes changed in an instant, and she was gentle and respectful to Yang Xin. "Tell me, what is your purpose in bringing us here? Is there anyone instructing you?" Ling said meekly, "My boss and the big boss. Oh, that is, the one in front of me and the silver-haired handsome man not far away, asked me to bring you here. My purpose is just to earn commissions, and then live a life of eating and waiting to die every day." Zhang Yi stared at Ling and asked in a deep voice, "Are you hiding any secrets from us?" Ling fell into silence. She seemed to be thinking, and her face looked a little ugly. But soon, she opened her mouth to answer the question. "I think Hundun is very handsome and powerful. It would be great if I could have sex with this man." When she said this, she secretly glanced at Zhang Yi, her cheeks blushing. "Zhang Yi. I thought there would be unexpected gains, but I didn't expect that I was overthinking. Ahem, but from another perspective, is this also an unexpected gain? But this is not meaningless, because he is cautious by nature, and by doing this, he can avoid any problems with his guide in Fremons. However, he had just arrived in Fremons and encountered the Mechanical Legion. Is it really such a coincidence? He expressed his doubts. But Yang Xin smiled and said, "Brother, this is not a coincidence. If you keep thinking about it, there will be a response. Because you have been chasing their footprints all the way, it is reasonable to encounter them." Zhang Yi nodded. Indeed, he was originally looking for the footprints of mechanical civilization. After Yang Xin's ability was lifted, Ling stared at her and Zhang Yi with wide eyes, looking heartbroken, and tremblingly pointed her finger at them. How can you do this? All my privacy has been peeped at by you. Now she feels like she is going to die on the spot.
Zhao.
Can such a thing be said in front of others? Do you understand that a girl's thoughts cannot be told to others casually? Zhang Yi whistled, his eyes drifting away. What happened just now? Oh, by the way, I'll go see Lao Deng and the others. After Zhang Yi finished speaking, he directly pulled Yang Xinxin and disappeared from the spot. The battlefield was quickly cleaned up, and Bailey Chongqing and others collected more than a dozen complete mechanical life forms. As for the others, they had all been destroyed. Zhang Yi looked at the huge battlefield and said, I have always been a food saver and never waste a grain of rice. As he said that, he started to collect all the abandoned mechanical life forms on the battlefield. Deng Shentong walked over with a strange look on his face and pulled Zhang Yi's sleeve. Boss, you are one of the strongest people in Huaxu country. If you do this, others will think we are junk collectors. Zhang Yi rolled his eyes at him. What do you know? If we collect these things, we might be able to build a mechanical army after some repairs. Even if they are scrapped, they can be melted into metal, and they are all excellent materials. When he fought with the super-large mechanical life forms before, he had already felt that the material strength of these machines was very high. Although it is not as good as e-metal, it is better in quantity. Deng Shintong sighed. No wonder you can achieve great things. He thought about it and planned to learn from Zhang Yiqin's home and pick up 2 mechas to take back. But the smallest model of ostrich-type mechanical life form weighs 1 or 2 tons, and it is so big that he has no place to put it. Deng Shintong sighed again. Space-related abilities are really convenient. Ling quickly caught up, but at this time her expression had returned to calmness, and it was unknown whether it was real or fake. But now that things have happened, she will have to lead Zhang Yi and his team in the future, and she will probably have to pretend to have lost her memory. Boss, you have such a big harvest this time, should we? She smiled and rubbed her fingers at Deng Shintong. She would ask Zhang Yi for compensation before, and she knew that Zhang Yi was the most generous, but now she was a little embarrassed to face Zhang Yi. Deng Shintong settled the bill for her on the spot. Of course, the latest international currency was used. With this, in major countries, you can directly find official institutions to exchange materials. Currency is an indispensable thing in the civilized era. Only with it can materials flow. Humans need to exchange resources. Zhang Yi collected all the mechanical life forms in the entire area. Today, this city looks as if it has not experienced the invasion of mechanical civilization. There is nothing but ruins and the big pit in the middle. At this time, Lu Karen sent a message to Zhang Yi, and his tone was very excited. Brother, I found it! Come here quickly. Damn girl, what did you find? Zhang Yi subconsciously wanted to transform into Fan Jin's father-in-law, but he still rushed over quickly. Deng Shentong and others followed closely beside him. Everyone came to the remains of the super-large mechanical life form. Lu Karen's mecha stopped at a huge crack. She stood there and waved to Zhang Yi excitedly. Then she stepped into the cockpit of the mecha and flew towards Zhang Yi and others. Zhang Yi and others clearly saw that the 2 mechanical arms of the snowy owl were holding a huge polyhedron. The whole body was dark silver, but it was inlaid with many ruby-like crystals. It was shining with metallic luster, a little mysterious, and full of cyberpunk technology. Is that the core of the super-large mechanical life form? Zhang Yi guessed what it was. Lu Karen came to Zhang Yi, and the mechanical arm of the snowy owl pushed the polyhedron in front of Zhang Yi like a treasure. Brother, look. This is simply art, a miracle in the field of mechanics. Zhang Yi didn't understand art, but he could feel that this regular polyhedron contained extremely powerful energy. Zhang Yi reached out his hand to touch it, and after sensing it, he confirmed one thing. The mechanical life form of the mechanical civilization is really just a high-level robot, not a new product created by the fusion of alien flesh and blood and machinery. Because the energy core of this guy is completely different from the origin of the alien.